sacrificing a pawn in the opening, and that's the problem with these dodgy gambits, like the Alvin counter gambit.
But it's okay. I think the most important is also like to keep cool, because we all know that in 2 hours Garry is going to get tired, like we all like during the simultaneous games.
Yep.
So that's where you can expect him to make mistakes.
We've got some serious chess here. This is a looks like a perfectly playable position. Isn't that theory?
Might be. I think knight f3 should be.
And how? Yeah, even will take a pawn. Or that's also possible. Also playable. Knight f3, maybe. Yes. Yeah. No.
I like the kid. He's looking at Garry.
He played. I think this is the kid who played extremely well against me, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, probably.
Yeah. I'm not normally looking at them. The problem when I give these simuls, I'm sort of concentrating on the board rather than their appearance. But I think this one played excellently against me, and he's got a good position here. He's played with the absolutely correct plan. And that's a double-edged move, incidentally. G4. That is a risky move by Kasparov. Positionally, it's a suspect move.
Yes, but I think that in this kind of position, you should always probably search for a dynamic resolution, because it's
actually,
not so...
maybe we can do some analysis on the board of Levy, Tom. Oh no, that's yeah. So hopefully we'll come back to this in a minute. There were some brutal massacres taking place on some other boards.
Nigel, you have like enormous experience in facing Garry, and actually I was curious as a chess player myself. Weren't you looking at him while you were playing games? So you're telling me you're concentrating more on the chessboard, but we all know that Garry is expressing a lot.
No, Garry always he always reveals a lot with his facial expressions. Yeah.
So. Were you having reads on him, like poker player would say? Would he betray himself by some kind of emotion?
He does very often.
He does very often.
Yeah, but also he occasionally does some acting.
H5, excellent move.
H5 is an excellent move. I guess Gary's going to play knight to d4 and try and shove his
f4.
F pawn up the board, but it's not very effective actually. I'm reminded of a game a few years ago which Kasparov lost with black against Vasily Ivanchuk in Linares. It was the first round of a tournament in Linares, Andalusia. And Ivanchuk had two knights. He got these two knights, and it was the same pawn structure actually. And Kasparov was completely and utterly crushed with black. But this position, black has a vast improvement. He's much more active than the position that Kasparov had.
Yeah, Kasparov is trying to open the position now, which is very strange because usually, like with two bishops, you're trying to mostly to close.
Yeah, he wants to put his he wants to put the knight on d4. Yeah, okay. And that's a tactical theme. But the black king should stay in the center there. Let's see what's going on. These other games. We have blitzing around. Yeah, that's Istvan. I asked him whether he was stronger than his brother, and he wasn't able to answer that one. Maybe yes, maybe no. But I think he's probably going to get checkmated pretty soon. His king is very exposed. Okay, f6. It's a reasonable move, but I didn't like b5. Maybe it's not that bad actually. Still.
No, still. I mean,
you know, I mean,
f5 was much better, of course. But
yeah, because now
I think
there's a question of whether White should take on
b5 or not.
On b5 or not. So, you know, actually, yeah. I didn't like it. I mean, I just thought that this is attacking on the wrong side of the board. What Black has a preponderance of pawns on the king side, so it just seems to be a mistake to be playing on your side where you're weak. But still, Garry's pieces are not ideally placed. His knight on f3 is misplaced, actually. It doesn't have any options. The knight will be hopping around somewhere, maybe to d2, maybe to e4, maybe it'll go to h4 to f5. That's another possibility. But on its current square, it is misplaced. So it's kind of a normal square for developing a knight. But here, it's not the right square. It will have to hop around. And Black, I think, should probably just, after this bishop retreats, let's say it goes to, I don't know, I don't know,
maybe
d2, d2, d, I don't know where it should
h4.
go to. h4, put it on h4, what
yes,
the hell?
I think h4.
I'll put it, okay, let's put it on h4. Then just b takes c4. What do you think? B takes c4, just,
Knight d2.
Knight d2,
yeah,
and then knight of knight, and then this knight on the rim, the dim knight on the rim, or the grim knight. Knight comes into b4 then, and that will attack the d pawn, which is potentially very weak indeed. And after knight takes e4, bishop a6 with good play. Good play. Yeah, very decent play. I mean, 93. It continues, but Black has a good game there.
And what is going on in the other game where Garry is still thinking now?
This is what happened. Queen d. Oh, he made a brutal.
Yeah, I was thinking about Queen d3, g6, and then bishop h6, knight b4 actually. So I didn't really know.
No, the bishop will have to come backwards if after
g6
this.
is bishop d2.
Bishop d2 will be
So
forced.
Queen d7.
Okay, let's get to the position we've got these habits as commentators, which we have to refrain from, of talking about positions that are not in front of us, because we can play blindfold chess. We shouldn't forget that not everybody.
And actually, simultaneous also could be played blindfold.
Well, yeah, that would be nice to have a simultaneous blindfold exhibition. Yeah.
We visioned a video of Mikhail Tal doing a simultaneous blindfold in the Soviet Union.
I saw that, on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
And it was really impressive.
Yeah.
Even for a grandmaster.
Yeah. Yeah. Bit.
Yes, this is Garry's much better.
Yeah. Black is short of a move. With one extra move, it would be some sort of play, but it's not there. Oh dear, oh dear. I see some positions which have just taken a turn for the worse. I've got to be very polite. I've been criticised for being rude about the CEOs in the past, you know, so I have to say nice things about them always, but tell it like it is, that's what I say. I'm a bit mean sometimes. No, it's terribly difficult because you know, these people have come in and they're amateurs and enthusiasts, and you know, maybe even they in one or two cases they play chess very, very rarely indeed, and they're up against an ogre, a beast with 1,000 eyes.
It's really somewhat of, I think you need actually a lot of courage to.
You do.
Face Garry.
Give them
warm kind of applause.
you know, absolutely. No, I mean, I'm serious. I mean,
it's not obvious even for professionals.
You take your hat off to these people for saying, yeah, okay, I'm ready to do it. So yeah, Vadim's got a tolerable position there. Slightly unusual position, but yeah, unfortunately this tactical continuation which I mentioned occurred in this Quinton Ramaga. Yeah, 94. Well, that's a good square. That's what they call a hole. Black is occupying this important central square, but this white pawn on c6 is it's like pressing down on the throat.
Yes.
Yeah, being asphyxiated by that. It's pretty damned unpleasant. There is just one chance, maybe this knight can hop back to maybe d6 to c4. You know, that maybe is some tactical chance. Whether maybe this knight, yeah. The problem is, this pawn on c6 is just yeah, that's a bone in the throat. Yeah, I was suggesting that perhaps the knight could come to d6 and then to c4. That was to block this file. For tactical reasons, Black cannot take on c6 at the moment, so it's difficult to do that because there is a threats coming up the c file, the c file. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to what do we have now? Let's move on to the next.
We don't have the chessboard, but we can have a look at Garry's face. He doesn't like it.
Who's he playing here? I haven't seen. Yes, yeah. Here's our.
That's the double-edged solution.
Yeah.
Bishop g2 maybe. Oh no, h5. He continues. So.
Yeah. No, actually, I think Black has slightly mishandled that. Yeah. The bishop went the wrong way. Bishop had to go to another square, and.
But maybe not. Then bishop f5 will come back to the position.
Yeah.
Girls are doing rather well.
You're biased, aren't you? You're biased.
Now, when half of the field are going to be girls, I will be honored.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Then it's like I completed my my responsibility. So
okay.
Maybe half of the CEOs is going to be girls as well. So facing Garry Kasparov, but that's the future. So in 10 years.
So Chris Peters